there is a sense of humiliation in stuff with our president equating white supremacists, violent white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and the KKK with civil rights demonstrators. One marching to tear the country up, one marching to heal. The similar Robert E. Lee, who led the struggle to overthrow our government. Behind him marched 700,000 people to their grave sites. Robert E. Lee himself did not want a monument. He thought that once the war was over, there should be no monuments to heal the wounds of war. And while we focus on Robert E. Lee, the statues must come down, the flag must come down, and so the Electoral College must come down. They represent an attempt to overthrow our government. They failed, fortunately. And secession, and slavery, and sedition, and segregation, all of which must end. But beyond that, while I focus on these symbols of yesterday, Jeff Beauregard Sessions, is the moving, living embodiment of that movement today. He has taken money from the Justice Department designed to pursue violent race supremacists to move on anti-affirmative action in these colleges and universities. He's made a move to move from a commitment to voter inclusion and voter suppression to voter fraud. He has made a move to take steps to shift wealth from the poorest people, Medicaid, to the wealthiest people, from health care to wealth care. In some real sense, it is not those who are against Trump's tweets cannot be against them just because they are embarrassed by them, but against his policies. You cannot very well be against Trump's tweets and be for Jefferson Sessions. We have looked at the impact of the mass deportation lost in this debate. 25,000 Sierra Leoneans, Liberians, and Guineans who came to an Ebola crisis have been put out of the country. 50,000 Haitians and the like. And I want Emma Lozano to talk about that a bit because while we're looking at the flags coming down and the statues coming down, people are being put out and families are being torn apart. Emma?
What we're facing right now is a country that we're living in right now that we have to make a choice. Whether we're going to be on the sides of the Nazis and the swastikas, or we're going to be on the side of the country that ended slavery and won the Civil War. And right now we're faced with Jeff Sessions, who obviously is on the side of the swastikas, and our president is on the side of the swastikas. Right now the actions is what's hurting us. We have over 25,000 refugees from Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea that have been forced to leave the country. And they have to leave, and they've gotten, by this coming month, there's 50,000 Haitians that have received letters that they have to leave the country by January. These are also 800,000 Dreamers are going to be, it's going to be announced that they also are going to lose their legal status in this country. These are people that have passed all the background checks, the FBI checks. They've been paying their taxes, living here for years. They have careers. They have businesses. They have grandchildren. They pose no threat to Homeland Security. What kind of America is this? This is racial cleansing. We need to decide what side we're going to be on. I want to be on the side where all of us can vote and nobody's stopping us from voting. And I want to be on the side of the America where the majority of the people who voted in America get to pick the president. I want to be on the side of America where the LGBTQ community can get out and voice their opinion, where immigrants and strong families are in our streets and we're getting educated and that we're being treated fairly. That's the America we want to live in. And guess what? This is the face of America. And we need to understand that, and we need to decide what side we're going to be on. Thank you.
Jonathan Jackson. We are also very much concerned at the Rainbow Push Coalition about the tone that the president is setting Mr. Donald Trump with the vicious murder of Heather Heyer and the president being unable to mention her name and recognize the historic sacrifice that she made for all of us. We would like to see the statues erected of those that are martyrs for the cause. She is a martyr in the new millennium. She confronted racism head on, and this must be recognized. We know that this rising tide of violence towards women has to be confronted. This is a woman that was slain, murdered, and we've not heard from the churches on the right that support Mr. Trump. We've seen some of the disdain that the business community has, and our hearts go out to the Hayer family, and we ask that the president rise up to the level of dignity and honor that our country deserves.
Any other questions, guys? Well, he lost the moral authority to go, and he did not want to go. He was on the side of those that instigated the violence. He was on the white race supremacists, the KKK, the neo-Nazis. It would have been generous of him to have reached out to the family in a way he did not reach out to that family. But given the present climate, he has chosen a side of history that's on the opposite side. Well, it's long overdue. When you engage in an attempt to sabotage the country, to overthrow the country, the losers, the symbols are vanquished. And so the statues must go, the flag must go, one American flag is enough, the Electoral College must go. There are no swastika flags flying in Germany today. There are no statues of Hitler in Germany today, because when these wars are over, one way you heal is to take glass out the wound, and the remnants of such a war prolong the agony in our country. Well, they have been encouraged by the president. They have the false equation. Those who attempt to secede from the country think they're equivalent to those who seek to heal it. We choose healing over secession. We choose building over tearing down. Thank you.